And inevitably, when you're reaching down to grab the container by the handles were just kind of metal and, they just barely stuck out of the hot water, and you'd pick that up, inevitably, a fork could go under your fingernail. When I worked at International House of Pancakes, I washed dishes. I've told this story before, on Saturday and Sunday. So I'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, have to be downtown by 6 o'clock, get on the bus, right? Ride the bus down. I lived in Northeast Portland. It was downtown at the time. It's not there anymore. And I would ride the bus both Saturday and Sunday, and then get off about 3:30, right? 4 o'clock, ride the bus home. So when you're washing dishes on a Saturday and Sunday morning at fucking International House of Pancakes, they come faster than you can.
Oh, I bet.
Dude, like you can't imagine. And so there'd be a busboy working the floor, and then I got the dishwashing job, which is the shittiest fucking job. You get promoted to the busboy. The busboy job was pretty cool because you get to be out with the crowds and shit. Me, I'm just back there. It's 800 degrees, and you're standing next to this machine. And I remember it's all stainless steel, and so the stainless steel, if you think about a stainless steel counter, as I'm staring at the wall, is in front of me, right? So you got the counter, but half the counter was cut out, and then you had like hot water, right? So that you you just automatically, as you're emptying your busboy bins, you would throw all of the silverware to soak. Right. So in this hot soaker, and you'd have like 3 of them, and they'd have what looked like a fryer, sitting in them, so you could pick them up by 2 hands, but all the water would run out the bottom. So if you're frying French fries or something that. So, and then to my direct left in the corner, if you can imagine, this was the tray that you load with all of the dishes on it, and then you slide that thing into the dishwasher, pull the arm down, dishwasher closes, you push the button, and 700 degree water. I don't think it's whatever it is.
Yeah,
200. It's fucking hot as shit water. The thing just emanated heat, and I'm just back there. God damn, it's so fucking hot in that thing. And then you'd slide it out the other side, unload it. There was a shelf up above coming out that you can maybe fit. You fit all your dishes up there, and they'd sit up there until they needed them in the kitchen, and then maybe you could fit 4 trays sliding out. So I mean, it's back and forth, and you had to keep up. Meanwhile, to my right, you could fit 2 trays of. No, excuse me. You could fit 3 busboy
totes.
Busboy totes. I'll say them the plastic, whatever the fuck they are, right? You could fit 3 of them. And then there was a shelf down below, and then there was a shelf down below, man. And fucking you would get sometimes I wouldn't even get to the bottom shelf. I mean, you're just doing dishes like it's nobody's business. So the worst part about doing the dishes, for me, all of that being what it is. Now remember, I'm 12.
Yeah.
When I did this.
Can't even lift one of those.
I'm 12. Now, thank God I was a big kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I had my 13th birthday doing this work. So 12 years old, I'm sitting there at IHOP washing dishes like a motherfucker. And you had to reach into you grab the fryer deals to pull out the silverware. And then you had to take the silverware and get all the forks, put them in the container, get all the knives, put them in the container. And inevitably, when you're reaching down to grab the container by the handles were just kind of metal, and they just barely stuck out of the hot water, and you'd pick that up, inevitably a fork could go under your fingernail. Dude, it happens. So now, what shape are my fingernails and my fingers in? I've been washing dishes all day.
Yeah.
Right? So everything's soft and tender and pruned up. And you would literally, inevitably, I can remember just getting the big bruises up underneath my finger. Inevitably, it would be, I said inevitably about 4 times there in a row. Inevitably, it would be my middle finger too, because that's the one that would kind of go down the furthest as you're grabbing you kind of grab the handles like this, and that middle finger goes down. You
don't want to dunk your whole hands in there.
No, you don't want to put your hands.
Hot.
The water's hot as fuck, right? Yeah. So you got to kind of put your fingers on it. But there you go, inevitably good. But, we would, oh man, it hurt so bad. And you'd instantly recoil. And then, you're an hour 5 of your 8-hour shift. There's dishes to be washed, right? There is soap to be gotten in your wounds. Your hands are pruned up and super soft. So I remember every time I had to, and then while I'm at it, remember that water's hot as shit, right? I don't know what that water is, 180, 190 degrees probably. You have to take the tray and for the steel table in front of you. You have to dump it all out, all the silverware, because you have to, let it cool down so you can touch it, and then you got to put it in its little white holders and slide it through the washing or the washer, the dishwasher. And man, I said right there, sooner or later, something. I got to win the lottery. I got to do something because I can't be washing dishes when I'm. I didn't think when I'm 30 years old, because when you're 12 years old, you don't think about being 30 years old,
like
right?
25 is old.
But, I'm just like, man, this isn't for me. So that stuck with me. I don't think at the time I thought about this isn't for me because you're 12 years old, right? But that stuck with me so that when the time came for me to kind of go, hey, this is my opportunity to step out and step off and go do my own thing, it's either that or I'm one step away from getting silverware fork, getting a fork up underneath my fingernails on multiple occasions. And it could be either hand too. That's the whole, right? Because you're grabbing it this way and you're just throwing the silverware in because you're unloading those tubs
Yep.
as fast as you can.
But that was your motivation?
That was one.